And just like that, we're live. I think we are. We should be. Are we? Let's see. Definitely appears to be. Yeah, cool. So tonight, let me just do this. I'm sorry. That was entirely me. Here we go. So tonight, I have somewhat something special. Let me switch this on. Here we go. How's that? Oh, there we go. Something special. I thought it would be a lot of fun. Anyways, I did have some. This is 50 mil, some kind of moonshine, midnight moon, and it's Rebel Raz. So there we go. Oh, God. Wow, that's plenty. Okay, so I've been fixing this little guy up. Are you sure you want to shut down? No, I don't want to shut down. What are you talking about? And I installed a copy of Snow Leopard on it. And I've done all the updates, and so a couple of things that you need to think about. So one of the things that I did was I installed Linux Mint on it. Now, if you installed a different operating system on your MacBook, if you pop this DVD in, you have to hold the option button down for a minute. So pop this, well, switch your computer on, press the option button, and just hold it there for a minute. Pop the DVD in, and eventually things will start happening. Now, if you had a different operating system installed on your MacBook, something you need to take into consideration is this. You have to then wipe that hard drive clean. So you can go into utilities and just erase the data. It should work fine. I'm not sure I'm going to survive this one. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to buy another one of these. Wow. But I may. It's that good. But, anyways. So, what you want to do is install it. Takes about 30 minutes out of your time, and then you've got to go through a couple of updates that it needs to run, and that takes another 30 odd minutes. And where I am now is I'm on apple.com, and I went to the sitemap, and on the sitemap there is a software. I don't know whether you can see this, but software. And I've clicked on software. So the system is slow. Not the system, the actual workings of everything is slow. So I'm going to try and install a fresh copy of El Capitan on this. We'll see if that works. But yeah, this is it. The web browser is questionable, shall I say. This I'll say about the Snow Leopard. once you've done all the updates, iTunes, oh my, why did they change it? iTunes was perfect. I could buy movies, series, TV shows. I could buy music off of it. Why would you change it, Apple? You did not, in my opinion, make it better. You made things worse by splitting into Apple Plus, or Apple TV Plus, and the music app. Personal opinion. Nobody needs to agree with me ever on this, but iTunes was just better. But that's my opinion. So here we are. So I'm gonna try and get everything up and running in El Capitan. We'll see how that goes. I am not concerned at all. Um, what else? So, I mean, when was the last time you saw something this pretty? Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? The reflections. There we go. Something like that. No, that looks worse. Anyways, it's a absolutely gorgeous desktop. I love it. It's just exquisite. And it's so basic. It is so perfect. The App Store, we're still working on it. How's that for honesty? Mm. Wow. Okay. And the fact that this little guy lights up, it's just better than the new stuff. Well, personal preference. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Personal preference. Okay. So what makes this day special amongst every other day that exists? Today, a year ago, I started this channel. And it's a really funny story how we got here. I had another channel and I had like 15 channels. No, I'm exaggerating, 5 channels. And a lot of them were like experimenting with stuff to see what works on YouTube's because I know better and nobody knows as well as I do anything about YouTube. And I was wrong in everything. But I experimented a lot. So I would make longer videos and then put it somewhere and see what the reaction was and so on. And if you don't have subscribers, your reaction is zero. And that's the one thing I didn't take into consideration. So I would make videos, I would pour my heart and soul into these, and they would get 5 views. And I mean, it is what it is. I didn't try and build a community, and with this, the Brits' um, channel, I am trying to build a community more than anything else. So what had happened with the other channels, I kind of got fed up with them at some stage, somewhere along the line. Something made me fed up, and I started deleting them. And I, by accident, deleted this channel, which I was really working hard on. And because I deleted it, I could have gone to YouTube and asked politely for them to restore it. But I felt, this is my chance to start something from scratch. And on August 21st, I made a decision. I'm going to start the channel. I started it. And I started it with a vision. So I thought, you know, if I don't have 10 subscribers in a year, I'm killing the thing, getting it over and done with. And in my deepest thoughts, I had hoped for 1,000 subscribers in a year. But here's the thing, I am well aware that 50-year-old male, 50-plus-year-old male, and I am not necessarily the demographic that everybody wants to subscribe to, and that's perfectly fine. And we got to 246 yesterday. I think 246. So it's better than the 10 I thought. I thought if I didn't have 10 in a year after like having a lot of fun and doing a bunch of stuff, then I'm gonna kill the channel, and we're at 246. So I'm happy with that. I can live with it. What was the other thing? That's maybe a bit too much. The other thing was, looking back, one of the things that I wanted to do was see where this channel would go. I'll have to be honest with you guys, not one day this has felt like work, in my opinion. I've taken it easy, and I don't want to say I've been lackadaisy. I haven't been lackadaisy. I have been committed to this without it taking the life out of me, or without it taking the fun out of things. I have had much fun along the way. This has been an interesting ride. Now, something interesting happened somewhere along the line. I picked up 246 subscribers, and now it's going to be, we're going to have to do a little bit of research on the videos. So especially my Sisters of Mercy videos, and some of the more or some of the light-hearted videos. My goodness, we've had an interesting ride thus far. For instance, I'll give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. So I've always had this fantastic love affair with music. I've always felt that music's always been there for me. No matter what the mood I'm in, there's a song that soothes me. No matter whether it was back in the day when I was a teenager, girlfriend problems, or I was very fortunate. I started working at the age of 14. Back then, you could do stuff like that. I started working at the age of 14. Got my first kiss in my first job. Fell in love. Enjoyed life. I remember my first, I don't want to say paycheck because you got paid per day, but the first time I had enough money to buy YouTube Joshua Tree. It was like this spectacular achievement that I had in my life. And I remember back then in the 80s, I was the biggest YouTube fan you've ever seen in your life. So yeah, that was fun. Bought YouTube albums, bought, my goodness, I went into like the real, back then, the post-punk, the subcultures. Those were just fun times, and it was a lot of fun. I think you paid like minimum for some of those albums. My goodness, I couldn't buy it now for what I bought albums back then, and I had achieved a proper collection by the time when I finished school. So that was a lot of fun, and this me sharing some of the stuff on YouTube is going back in some of those memories, and back in some of those just some of the stuff that we did and so on. So it's more fun than anything else. I look at um, I look at there's a video that I'm busy making about midnight oil, and I think I kind of shared the story, but the video is a little bit clearer. I share the entire story, shall we say, of my midnight oil concert that I went to in South Africa, Johannesburg, Ellis Park. It was amazing. So yeah, but anyways, so yeah, really what I'm saying is, to the 246 subscribers that I have at the moment, thank you for subscribing, and to the new guys joining, it's going to be great fun, isn't it? So I look forward to what we're going to do. But this thing, it is 90 proof. I don't know what that means, but I can tell you this. It's done. That was amazing, and I'm very grateful it's done. So the first year's over. On the 28th, we'll celebrate the first video that I've dropped. I think the first video that I dropped was about my iPad that I've got here. And what had happened was, every single time in the mornings when I watch a video, the ad would come up and it would just be like a tiny little square in the player, just a tiny little square. And it annoyed, oh, sorry for that. It annoyed me so much that I thought, you know what? Let my first video in this channel be something interesting. I can't remember how many views that got, but I doubt it got many. Let me see quickly. YouTube. That got probably 8 views or something. Your channel videos, 23 views in a year's time. So it's not one of those that will ever be most watched videos ever, anything like that. But it captured a moment and it set a tone for what I was expecting to see going forward. And without a shadow of a doubt, this journey's been interesting. Like I think my first videos, I got a lot of the stuff that was up here out of my head and on video. So it was my iPad, the YouTube video. It's a channel introduction, all about the beard. I take it I was talking about my beard, me thinking about growing it or something to that. No, I'd already grown it by then. And then there was a video that I made about the Nokia Engage and HTC Re. I still love those. And then, so here's a video about this very specific MacBook where I uh, did a 4K edit on it, and it actually worked. It was fun. Um, yeah, we've done some videos, and possibly my biggest videos were my Saint Vincent videos on this channel. We're talking about full videos, not shorts. And then the self-awareness of the zoo chimpanzee. So that was also interesting. I tried for a couple of months to do the like channel analytics, on the 28th of each month. And I did it for a couple of months and it worked. But those videos only got like 20 views, stuff like that, like minuscule. And it was possibly people heard me talk for the first time and said, you know what, I've never heard someone that boring in my life. So they tuned out fairly quickly. But yeah, those videos got like 20 views maybe. And then there was one about social media. Um, I still don't have anything uh, Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or WhatsApp or Pinterest. None of those. Um, so yeah, there were definitely a couple of videos, and then I started making these music videos. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Oh, what an album! What an album! Oh, it's a great album there. Saint Vincent, Marry Me, which is a fantastic album, like, seriously good. Um, I started before I wiped this. I started with a song on GarageBand, and I kind of halted with it, and then I decided I would possibly um, go to Mint just to see what Mint was like on it. And to be honest with you, I thought Mint was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I could install it. It worked fine. I still have the 250 gig hard drive with the installation on it. But I chose to install Snow Leopard on it because I wanted to get the Mac experience. And I'm going to update it to El Capitan as far as I possibly can. I'm going to see if I can do that. And once that's done, we're going to call it quits. I'm going to see if I can finish the song on GarageBand, and we'll take it from there. Um, so yeah, that's really my thoughts for the moment. Um, yeah, that's really it. Those are my those are my big updates for today. It's a little bit longer than what I thought, and I'll blame this. Oof, absolute abomination. But I would recommend it to anybody that's of legal age and do not have any issues with alcohol. Yeah, you haven't lived until you tried this. But anyways, I think I'm going to call it there for the time being. By the way, I do not recommend any alcohol, just so you guys know, ever. Um, but that was amazing, shall we say? Not for any of the right reasons. Um, but yeah, I'm going to call it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the past year, and I look forward to the next year. But for now, thanks for